Dan Ige, there's no better time than when you live up to your nickname when it's 50K, right? I mean, about a week removed from that 22-second win. Just put it in words, man. How great was that moment for you? I mean, every win's good, but to get it done like that had to be pretty special.
Yeah, it was great. I feel like I lived up to every nickname: Dynamite, 50K, Dynamo, whatever you want to call me. um, it feels good, man, to go in there and get a 22-second knockout. I've been working so hard over the past 8 months, really improving on my skills and technicalities, and for me to go in there and get it done with one, man, and everything paid off. I feel great.
Yeah, it's funny. I always think that's like best case scenario for any fighter, right? I mean, you guys are ready for a war, but if you can go through a one punch and be done. But here, especially with an incredibly pregnant wife, I've got to wonder how amazing was that for her to have that kind of relief, right? How amazing of a relief was that for her? Because, we all know what a stressful situation is, right? To watch your loved one go in there and she's got the pregnancy on top of that. So for you to get it done, how happy was she?
Yeah, literally the best case scenario. God was looking out for me that night. But yeah, just kind of everyone hit me up after that. My mom, my grandma, my wife. Like, can all your fights be that way? Like, we weren't stressed out. Like, we didn't even have a chance to get stressed out. So it was nice. I mean, for me, I know my wife would have been strong regardless, and same with myself. Like, I'm pretty mentally stable, even if I was to have a war. But yeah, to go in there and get it done with one is literally the best case scenario you can ask for with a pregnant wife and son on the way.
No question about it. I guess it kind of answered my question. I wondered, was the baby here yet? I know you said it was pretty much any day. What's the update? Are we still just kind of thinking any day now?
Yeah, I mean, we're honestly, it could be any day now. We're spending our final days together as a couple before we got a trio going on. But it's nice, man. The doctor, she went and got checked up the other day. Doctor says everything's healthy. She's starting to dilate. So baby could be here any day. We're just kind of enjoying the process and, excited for the arrival.
That's awesome, man. If I can tell you from experience, it is life-changing, but it is an absolutely amazing experience, man. You might not sleep for a little while. You might you might be up every couple hours for a while, but it's all worth it.
It's okay. Yeah, for sure. We're going to embrace that and just kind of embrace the time together. We're both fortunate enough to, be able to be there for our son and raise him and go through the chaos and go through the sleepless nights together and help each other out in that sense. But, don't take anything away. Like, I'm still focused on this fight game, son or not. Like, I got big goals ahead, and if anything, my son's just going to add to that fuel and that fire.
Yeah, no question about it, man. It's motivation. So, as you said, you're going to take some time off, clearly, enjoy the arrival of your son and help transition the family to that stage of your career. But you had a call out ready, right? Which I love it. I mean, and I don't mean a call out because I know you're the respectful type, but I think it's a fight that you just want to put together. The zombie fight sounds like an incredible fight. Any word on that? Has there been any progress or any feedback on, hey, we like that idea, or what's been the feedback?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't actually spoken to the UFC yet about it. I've kind of just let the fans and the media create some buzz around it, and I think I'm no matchmaker, but it definitely makes sense. Zombies up there, he's in the top 5 echelon, and obviously I'm aiming towards the title, and in order to get to the title, I gotta beat guys in that top 5. But Dana said it. I'll say it. I'm a guy that'll fight anyone. Like, I don't shy away from any challenge. I took on Gavin Tucker, who was a big risk for me, and he didn't have a number next to his name. But I'm not here sitting and moaning and groaning or complaining about it. Like, I love a challenge. So I think the zombie fight makes a lot of sense. Here's a guy that comes in. He's literally a zombie, and if you look at my style, you could call me a zombie as well. I've never been finished. I can take a shot if I need to, and I always come forward. So that's just a sick fight.
I would say that we could call you the Hawaiian Zombie, but you already got too many nicknames, bro. We can't add another one to you.
Yeah, whatever, just I'll let the fans determine that. They can call me whatever they want. So yeah, 50K Dynamite, Dynamo, I don't know, man.
Hey, talk to you said you kind of put your ranking at risk, right? I mean, which we don't see a lot of people willing to do. But I wonder, what is that mindset? I mean, did you have any discussions with anybody? Because that does seem to be such a point of discussion in the sport right now, right? Guys kind of they've got their ranking and they only want to fight up. They don't want to fight down. So did you have a talk with the team or the management about, hey, is this the right call to make?
For me, obviously I could have sat out and waited for a ranked opponent, but I'm just in a situation, especially with my son's arrival. Like it didn't matter who was going to show up in front of me. It could have been CM Punk. I would.
Why are you gonna take a shot at my man, Paul?
Hey, I love CM. I'm just saying it could have been anyone. That's all I'm saying. Weight class, like any of that. But yeah, man. I know people talk about high risk, low reward, this and that, but like I'm getting paid to fight the top 5 guy the same I get paid to fight the number 50 guy. Obviously, I want to move up the ladder, but they say low risk or high risk, low reward. I think the reward's the same. If anything, like it gives me even more of a push because I went out there and I did take a risk. And in the sport, taking risks, you definitely get rewarded for that. So I look at it, there's 2 different ways to look at it. And I'm not saying I'm going to be the gatekeeper and fight every up and coming guy, but sometimes you got to be that guy. And, I'm not afraid to be that guy if I have to.
Yeah. I wonder, did this result do something for you too, Dan? I mean, I've always thought of you as a very self-confident guy, firm belief in yourself, but, you got to that big main event slot and it didn't go your way. I mean, was this an important step to kind of, I don't want to say get the confidence back or prove something to yourself, but was there something that you needed to get that to be like, yeah, I'm still that guy that I knew I was?
Kind of. I mean, not really for myself because I've always known that and I've always believed in myself, but you got to kind of persuade the people, you got to persuade the fans, you got to persuade the UFC, and in order to do that, you got to perform. Like I said, I wasn't there to go out and prove to myself because I feel like I'm a pretty mentally solid person, but you definitely, the fans, the UFC, the brass, like everyone will kind of lose that steam with one loss. You could go on a 6-fight tear like I did and lose one time and like now I'm nobody. So to go out and like put on a performance like I did was just a reminder for the people, not really for myself, but for the people that I'm still here and I'm still rising and I'm just barely entering my prime.
Yeah, it's kind of the best and worst thing about this sport, right? You win and everything goes away, but you lose and it's like you suck and we're never any good to begin with. So.
Yeah, exactly, man. But, I love it. I love if anything, like I'm the type of guy, like I like motivation. I like adversity. I like doubt. If anything, it fuels me and makes me better, makes me hungry. I invite that kind of stuff. I like reading those negative comments and I don't know. People say don't read all that stuff. But I like to.
What are you doing to yourself, Dan? Don't read the comments. Never read the comments.
Yeah, dude. Twitter is the worst, man. You go on Twitter, like those are the worst people. They're starting to like me now because I got 1 knockout. So.
That's great. So let me ask you something then. Was that the inspiration behind the Brady Gronk, inspired video with you and Eric? Was that kind of the motivation to send something to the haters?
Kind of, yeah. Those guys, Tom Brady is the GOAT of everything. He's just the GOAT. We wanted to save that for the Calvin fight. If it had gone in our hands, that would have been the best because they're New England guys. But man, yeah, exactly. Just a message to the haters. Like we're here, we're doing our thing, and we're having fun with it. Sometimes in the sport, you take things a little too serious. Like it's easy to get worn out. Man, sorry, my phone keeps falling here. It's easy to burn out, and if you take everything so serious, so it's nice to have fun. Even like, when I'm in the back warming up for a fight, I like to have fun. I make jokes. I talk to the commissioners. I'm just having fun, and I try to embrace every second, signing posters. Like I love that stuff because there's going to come a day and time when I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. And I'm going to look back at these moments and at least be able to tell myself I had fun doing it. And, I have zero regrets.
That's a great way to look at it, man. This won't be here forever. So, listen, bigger things in fighting, like you said, welcoming a son into the world. So, we'll let you turn your focus to that. But what is the schedule? I mean, have you and your wife talked about it? I mean, is there a definite date in mind, or is this kind of a, hey, let's see how life adjusts and how it impacts us? Or, I mean, do you have a date circled on the calendar where the boss of the family has given you permission to fight?
Yeah. My wife understands this is my job. This is my passion. This is how I provide. She understands I'm in my prime. We're gonna go through a little adjustment period. Obviously, my whole entire routine is gonna change. My whole entire life is gonna change. So it's gonna take some time to adjust. But if anything, one of my strengths I have is adaptation, and I know how to adapt. And as human beings, we're the best at adapting. So we talked about it. I want to at least be with her for the first, month. You call that a hell month or whatever you want to call it, of no sleep, just picking up each other's slack, going through those sleepless nights together. But once I get a routine going again, I'm going to try to stay in the best shape as possible and get my workouts in, and then when it's time to get into camp, she understands that, and it's go time. I'm obviously going to be there as a father, but I got to train too. That's my job. And man, you could say it's hard to say now, but I'd say you see me back in the summer, early fall, for sure.
Nice, that's exciting. By the way, speaking of training, I see that well, I guess your body didn't take too much damage, but I see you're already back in the gym. You didn't take any time off at all?
I went in Monday, got a good hard sweat because I needed to. I didn't get to sweat too much in my fight, but did that. It was fun. Got to go in, take out a little energy. I did some testing at the PI because they never really get the opportunity to test you when you're in your peak prime shape, go to say, because typically we're in fight week. I'm not going to be doing any vigorous testing, and then after the fight, typically we'll be got bumps, bruises, cuts, banged up, but I had the best case scenario in my fight, so I got to go in there, do a VO2 max, did some strength testing, and I'm in incredible shape. I wish I got to show that a little bit, but yeah, next time.
Well, hey, if it's zombie, we know that'll be a crazy one. What are we thinking? Is it zombie or bust? I mean, is that the fight? I mean, I know you'll take anybody, but are there other targets or anything, or is that just the one that really makes sense to you more than anything else right now?
I think that's the one. That's the one to make. I'm not going to sit here, and if I don't get it, I'm not going to sit and wait and cry about it. But I think it makes the most sense. He's coming off a tough loss to Ortega, who's fighting for the title. I'm on the come up. I'm trying to get to the title. And some of these other guys are kind of banged up right now or matched up. So I think it makes sense. I know he was saying he was looking for a fight or moving up weight class. I don't know. I think he gained a little weight. So it'll give him some time to lose this weight and come down, and we can make the fight happen.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, quick wins, performance bonuses, and the birth of a child. It doesn't get much better than that. Any messages you want to send out there, whether it be to the haters or the fans, about where your life is at this point?
Nah, man, I love it all. I love the support. I love the hate. You guys could hate me, but you don't know who I am as a person, and it's not gonna change who I am. And I'm still gonna love my people, love my close friends, love my family, and I appreciate the hate. I appreciate the support, but I'm in here doing my thing, and I love it.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats on all, Dan, and tell your wife we appreciate her letting you take a few minutes, and we'll let you go hang out with her.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you.